Glitch Productions is a very special studio, a company that allows people to use their work transformatively, whether it be reaction videos, analysis, random memes or clips, or songs, remixes, covers. They allow people to create it transformatively. They want people to share their work. It creates a symbiotic relationship of sorts. Communities are built and advertising is basically done for free. It's a win-win. In a perfect world, every company would do this. Unfortunately, we don't live in a perfect world. We live in an unfair world with theft and manipulation. We live in a world with Lincoln Bruce. Now, I do need a preface. In the 4 days that it took for me to get the strike, decide I wanted to cover the topic as a video, start doing all the proper research, informing myself on the topic, making the thumbnail, and writing the script, the video got deleted! You can see right here was the bastard, Lincoln Bruce. I know it just says release, but it is Lincoln Bruce. I wish I had screenshots of it, but I didn't think it'd get deleted, so I didn't take any. But this was the guy. Now, originally, I wanted this video to be a call to action of some sort. I wanted to see if I could get this guy wiped off of YouTube as soon as humanly possible. Because it wasn't just me that was affected by it. Right here, I made two playlists, right? One that was affected by the false Lincoln Bruce copyright claims and one that wasn't. Here we have a Running the Show Tenna cover by Cole Does What, and this got struck by the Bruce. While over here, this Running the Show but it's Tenna, Deltarune AMV, it's the same style, they're both using Running the Show as their background track, didn't get copyright struck, or it didn't get claimed, I should say. So it was completely unfair, it was complete nonsense, and I wanted to do something about it, but now that the guy's gone, what's the point of this video? Through this experience, I learned a lot about YouTube, its copyright policies, and how bad the system really is. So I thought I'd turn this video into a discussion piece instead of a call to action, so to speak. I'm gonna show you guys what Lincoln did to basically copyright a bunch of random creators for no reason that were gonna be completely left alone otherwise, because again, Glitch doesn't go after creators. This is all original work. We have stuff like Digital Circus episode 8, but every repeated word loops back to itself, and it's 30 minutes long. Running the Show Tenna cover, like I said, a reaction video, another cover, a Tito cover, another Tito cover? What the heck is a Tito? I do know there's Synth V covers, which is a ton of work to do. I don't understand the process of making that. It looks complicated, it looks difficult. Props to the creators. Another 1930s radio cover. I like this one. I forced my 5-year-old sister to sing The One Who's Running the Show. This is a jammer! Another Tito track, but it's a cover this time. A duet between the two characters. Again, who the heck is Tito? And Running the Show, but I sang it. So as you can see, it's all transformative. And all these people were screwed over by Bruce. But then this group here, Running the Show, but it's Tenna. Same concept. Not hit with a strike. Kane's song Express not struck. This was the only iffy video of the group. It's literally just a re-upload. And even the re-upload, I want to specify how lenient Glitch is with their stuff. A re-upload of the song was not copyrighted. There's nothing here. It's not even their song. Glitch can start striking people. They can ask YouTube to send claims, but it'll be through an automatic system. It's going to cause a lot of problems to creators, to people making transformative work, so they don't do it. And that's how you end up with stuff like this. But for the most part, everything in this playlist is completely transformative. Another Tito cover and then a Kara cover. So you've gotten the point. So what exactly happened? Even though I don't have any screenshots, I have the script I was working on, where I wrote down all the video's false information in a nice, neat order. But to make everything make sense, we gotta look to the original track, specifically its description. The One Who's Running the Show. Slightly different from the name that the fans decided to roll with. Uploaded March 24th, 2026, 2 days before Lincoln. What's cool is we can use this description and the description from the Glitch upload of Running the Show to fill in the holes and make the description that was on Lincoln's video make a bit more sense. So, provided to YouTube by DistroKid, The One Who's Running the Show, Gooseworks, The One Who's Running the Show, Glitch Productions music, released on 2026-03-25, auto-generated by YouTube. That'll be important for later. And it has this like music label, which anyone who does YouTube would know that if you see a song with this label, it usually means like 9 times out of 10, don't mess with it. It's got a copyright. If you use it in your video, you're screwed. You're gonna get flagged. flagged. But when we go over to Glitch's upload of the song, you'll see over here, we have singer Alex Roshan, composer Gooseworks, orchestrator and co-producer Josh Plotner, lyricist Dave Capdevielle, music video directors Zach and Micah Preciado, and mix and mastering engineer Jeff Ball. I actually recognize a lot of these names. When I did my video on Digital Circus episodes 1 through 7, I read the credits in the end. UE Generalist. Oh wow, I really don't know how to say that. It was a beautiful 8 minutes getting many names wrong many times. But I can tell you that a lot of these names have been in these credits many times. And shockingly enough, there's no claim on this video. It's only on Goose's. The only place on the internet that you will see that square is on this video right here. No video will ever get claimed, not even Glitch's own upload of it. Which basically just says, yes, Gooseworks own this song, but she's not going out of her way to claim anybody. All right, let's start from the top. Provided to YouTube by Lincoln Bruce. Now, we know this is just objectively false, but it was provided to YouTube by DistroKid, which is an independent digital music distribution service. Makes sense. 2026, Miav Entertainment. Apparently, Digital Circus is owned by a K-pop group. And yeah, they have nothing to do with Lincoln Bruce. Released on 2026-03-26. This is objectively just not true. Episode 8 aired March 20th, and the official release date on Goose's track is March 25th. Producer Egan Flinch doesn't exist. Just like Lincoln Bruce, Bill Smith, Egan Flinch, I looked up these people, no information, nothing. It's as if their names were just like pulled out of a hat and slapped onto this description. No connection whatsoever. Duel from the future here. It's been a little bit. I let some time pass to confirm a couple of theories I had in mind that I was able to do that we'll get to in just a little bit. For now, music publisher, copyright control, basically the publisher is unknown. Composer, lyricist, of course we know it's Goose's best friend, Lil Nasty. What? You don't know who Lil Nasty is? What are you, dumb? He's obviously a prominent East London-based grime MC and member of the Nasty Crew. Also highly regarded and well known for working on the amazing Digital Circus. This guy has nothing to do with this show. And finally, auto-generated by YouTube, which is a term that we saw in Goose's upload of running the show. This is all the information we need to fully understand this situation. But really quick, originally when the claim was first lifted off of my YouTube channel, my YouTube Studio dashboard became really glitchy. Pretty much every time I tried loading into one of these sidebars, it wouldn't work. It would give me an error. When I would go over to look at my sub count, it literally wouldn't show me it at all. It would either show a dash or nothing. So at first I was super stressed, right? I was freaking out. I thought maybe my stuff was glitched. Or maybe the claim had somehow like hurt my YouTube channel in some way. But then I kind of thought about it a little bit more. Again, that's why I wanted to take a little bit of time away from this video to see if things would just kind of figure itself out. And it did. Not only did my sub count fix itself, but the revenue on the targeted video itself also got fixed. Originally, it was showing me that the video only made like $4. And I was like, what the hell? 8,000 views for $4? That doesn't make any sense. But now, even though it is still kind of bugged, I don't know, it's always like this on desktop for some reason. It's showing a much more normal $21.92, which I guess this is kind of like a behind the curtains peek for you guys. But yeah, this is roughly what you could expect out of a video like this on a relatively small YouTube channel, right? My CPM before it was like $6 until very recently jumping up to like 10, 11. And you can more or less expect to get like 55% of that. Even though, to be fair, I think you should take these numbers with a grain of salt. They are like 2 days behind. And hypothetically, a video like this is supposed to make more than $20. And this number, the CPM and especially the RPM, is supposed to be higher than 63 cents. That's almost nothing for a video like this. No YouTuber can make a living off of a 63 cent RPM. So I'm assuming this video is still sort of getting affected by the claims. Again, originally it was $4 and it slowly but surely kept updating itself as the days went on. My point is, at first I was super worried about the health of this video, but as we can see, time kind of heals things, and as the claim went away, it sort of started to resolve itself, and I'm sure the numbers will look better in the future. And I'm not overly worried about the money, by the way. It's just the idea of someone taking something that isn't yours, you know? I put my heart and my soul into my content. I know this is technically just a reaction video, but I really do, as you guys know, try to put my best foot forward and really do the thing that I am interacting with justice. And going into it, I had faith that I wouldn't deal with any sort of claim claims or copyright issues because I knew Glitch and I knew how they let creators do their magic. So the claim really just caught me off guard. It made me very worried. That's the reason I'm making this video to begin with. It's not about the money. It's much more a stability thing. If I'm promised one thing, I want that thing to stay true and not for things to just flip-flop willy-nilly. It's like, oh, you thought you wouldn't get a claim? Too bad. It was a breach of trust. That's why I got so worried about it. And I'm sure other creators got worried too. Like imagine if you were in the Cappuccino 04's shoes, for example, right? You got 600,000 views on this video. You put your heart and soul into it. As I said before, these sort of covers, they're difficult to do. I still don't understand how you do it. It looks complicated. You can see the FL Studio shenanigans going on in the background. Actually, I don't think that's FL Studio. Whatever. My point is, he had the same logic that I did. Oh, I wouldn't get claimed. I'm in the clear. Glitch is nice. They're gonna let me do my thing. I can make this. Oh, it's doing so well. I'm so happy. Claimed. It hurts, man. It's a hard pill to swallow. Again, that's why I originally wanted to make this video, to make this go away as soon as possible. But now, well, I'll get to it in a sec. Secondly, in the time that I was away from making this video, I actually still found not one, but 2 videos that still have the Lincoln Bruce claim. And you're not gonna believe this. It's from one of my own subscribers. If we look over to this very, very sweet comment from Queen's Gambit, scroll down a bit past whatever the hell this bum was saying, we can see over here the 0 comment. I agree. Damn, that was cool. Congratulations, comment. You made it in the video. For some reason, I just clicked on their channel on a whim and I found that they have made not 1, but 2 covers of Running the Show. So I'm listening to their cover, right? It's actually a really nice rendition of Running the Show. It has heart in it. I recommend giving it a listen. So I just scroll down to the description, right? I've made it a habit at this point. I look over and no way. Lincoln. If you didn't believe me, here he is, the sleazeball dirtbag himself. And I even have a screenshot of the original cover image, which for some reason isn't showing up anymore. But here he is, Lincoln Bruce in the flesh, the dirty little bastard. So even to this day, days after the claim was lifted off of like 90% of channels, the claim is still on some videos. It's crazy. I'm assuming comment just didn't get around to appealing the claim. But you should comment. Your English rendition and your Portuguese rendition of Running the Show are great, and they don't deserve to be claimed by this human piece of AI slop garbage. So to circle back around, why did this happen? It all has to do with YouTube's fairly mediocre copyright system. So from my understanding, this is what Lincoln did. Running the Show releases, right? Then a couple days later, Lincoln Bruce comes around and rips the song straight from YouTube. He then goes to YouTube and provides it to them as a music track, right? That's why it has that square, that copyright sort of label. YouTube, for some reason, doesn't question why they're trying to get the copyright for a song that already has a copyright, and they go over to Merlin Revelator. Merlin Revelator is a digital rights management and licensing business, right? This company uses AI, presumably, to do the heavy lifting for YouTube, scanning the entire platform for even a sniff of the song provided by Lincoln Bruce. Again, stolen content, where it then goes on to basically claim whatever it finds instantly when it's uploaded. That's what happened to my video. The second I posted it, boom, instant claim. It was so sudden, I already had the video ready to go. It was like 5 minutes away from uploading. I already made a community post announcing it, so I couldn't delay it to deal with this first. So I had to just let it ride, and it stressed me out to no belief. Again, why I'm making this video. I went on to file a counterclaim, my video went into escrow, and a couple days later, it was resolved. The scumbag Lincoln Bruce was ripped off of the platform entirely, and all was well. So I want to end the video with this. A band-aid was slapped on the infection, but the problem is still there. This will happen to creators in the future. An unfortunate reality I realized during the making of this video. People are gonna get claimed falsely. People are gonna use this system corruptedly. It's entirely driven by AI. There's barely any humans involved in it anymore. It's a tedious process, but it works for YouTube. I bet it's cheaper for them too. That's why they don't fix it. That's why they don't make it better. And you're gonna end up with people like me, people new to this. They get stressed out, freaked out by these situations, not knowing what to do. They look back to their years of watching YouTube as a platform, and they think about all the creators that would make a big fuss about situations online. How people would go on Twitter and scream for Team YouTube's attention. How people would create entire videos to call out injustices going on the platform. These are things that, at least to me, have been essentially conditioned to do if anything like this sort of happens to me. but I didn't need to do it. And presumably, you won't need to either. So I'll leave you all with this. In life, we're put into uncomfortable situations that we can't control or predict, and they could stress us out, they could freak us out, but you shouldn't let them control you. You shouldn't let them ruin you. Things tend to work out and heal with time. If you're not in the wrong, then there's nothing to worry about. And if there's anything I hope to give with this video, is a chance for people in the future to not get stressed out by a situation like this. Whether it be a YouTuber that gets falsely claimed and thinks back to this video and says, oh no, this is okay. Everything will be resolved on its own. It's not something for me to worry about. Let me just put in a counterclaim and things will be okay. Or a person that's forced into an uncomfortable situation, and a video like this can help remind them like, hey, I know I'm worried, I know I'm stressed, I know I don't want to be here or I don't like this. But if I take a deep breath and I let it all out, I can tell myself everything will be okay. And usually, with just a little bit of time, things will be. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Normal videos to come soon, more digital circus content. I actually have a lot of original and sort of creative ideas I want to try out that I'm pretty excited for you guys to see. So you'll have to wait on my dumb ass to finish editing them and actually making them, but it'll be fun. I'm sure of it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you around.